Hey friends, welcome to today's Daily Cup of Encouragement. Um, I'm just noticing the glow above my head there, so maybe a distraction. I can raise up and kind of try to cover that up, or then just let it. I'm just being silly now, so how about getting to today's cup of encouragement? Get her done. If you know who popularized that phrase, you might be a redneck. Colloquial phrases and stereotypes aside, the getting things done, also known as productivity industry, has been booming for decades. The invention of the smartphone took it to a whole new level. Whatever you want to get done, there's an app for that. We value doing. That's not a bad thing. In fact, it's a good thing. What would it be like if the world were only filled with good ideas, but none of them ever got implemented? What if Edison had stopped with the idea of the light bulb? What if Gutenberg had stopped with the idea of the printing press? What if Steve Jobs had stopped with the idea of the iPhone? Getting things done is pretty important. But how do we determine what should get done? Whether we're talking about lights, books, electronic devices, or having indoor plumbing, someone had to imagine what it would be like. Old Testament scholar and theologian Walter Brueggemann notes, questions of implementation are of no consequence until the vision can be imagined. The imagination must come before the implementation. Our culture is competent to implement almost anything and to imagine almost nothing. Oh, wow. I'm often asked why vision is so important and why I think time to contemplate, reflect, and dream is so crucial for individuals and organizations. At least one reason is that without a vision of what could be and what we are called to become, our attempts to get things done will simply be reactions to what's going on around us. I think a lot of our current cultural struggles are driven by implementation without imagination. We're trying to make things happen or stop things from happening without a compelling vision of why they should or should not happen, in what order they should or should not happen, and most importantly, what the world would look like if they do or do not happen. When I work with individuals or churches as a coach-sultant, that's my term, I try to help them determine and develop a God-inspired vision so they can see where they're headed. That's the imagination part. But we don't stop there. I also try to help them design a plan of action that fits both their current abilities and resources and their future vision. That's the implementation part. Here's a moment of confession. The imagination part is easier for me than implementation. I'm more wired that way. I need partners and tools in my own life to help me put steps in place to implement what I envision. I know people who are great at getting stuff done, but they need partners and tools to help them see beyond the moment. This is why we need each other. And this is why we cannot discover and live into our amazing in isolation. We need strategic traveling companions. I hope I'm one of yours. You are one of mine, whether you realize it or not, because my amazing is helping others discover theirs. So here's the question. Which is easier for you? Imagination or implementation? You can actually give me an answer in the comments below this video. I'd love to see some of your answers to that. But in the meantime, be amazing today, my friend. And if anyone can figure out how to implement my vision of a self-loading dishwasher,